It is an honor and privilege for me to be here in front of you tonight. Quite honestly, this here and this type of work with the community, with our police department, with city elected officials, this is the reason why I wanted to step into a role where I'm at now. As a city council representative here for the city that I have spent my entire life in, that I love. And I'll give you a quick history, and then I'm going to give some of my encouragement and support as well for what we're doing here tonight. I grew up as a boy from a family where my father was an immigrant, in a family where both my parents were in a Chicano culture that despised the police department and police officers. I grew up as a boy that used to cruise the streets down Santa Clara that would get pulled over multiple times. Almost every night I would go out. I grew up as a boy that would go up to the East Hills with my girlfriend and look at the lights of San Jose. And on multiple occasions would get stopped by or pulled over by the police department. And I grew up as a boy that had the love and the care of my parents, although in all the mistakes and the errors that they may have made, they gave me the opportunity to do really whatever it was that I so desired. And I took those experiences and ultimately myself was the first to graduate from college and moved on in my career and ultimately became a San Jose police officer for 8 years, serving here in a role that I adored, in a role where I was able to bring my own family history and culture and upbringings and experiences out into a role that I was able to bridge and build a gap every day when I was out working in the community. Gaps that here we're bridging right now, tonight, and more importantly, gaps that were brought up in the movement and through the Beloved movement in regards to how we can just have a better community overall. And in the role that I play now, as a man that can represent my community, bringing now with me my experiences as a kid, my experiences growing up, my experiences as a San Jose police officer, to help bridge these gaps, to ensure that as I sit as the vice chair of the Public Safety and Strategic Support Committee, Finance and Strategic Support Committee, long word, right? Long name. As I sit as the vice chair of this committee, where we're able to push through this type of change, I can bring with me all of that experience. And quite honestly, the most important thing, the love that I have for just my fellow men and women in the community, whether they wear a badge or not. To make these types of changes, because I know that it's what's important to bring forward all of us. Having individuals like our chief, thank you, chief, for being here, our deputy chiefs, our captains, lieutenants, sergeants, and the officers that are here, along with our community leaders, community members, to sit down and have this type of dialogue. This is a start of really a different type of culture. But we can't do it without the force. You can't do it, you can't change anything without a force. And that's exactly what this Beloved community movement can be. It's exactly what Reverend Nancy was for me over the last few weeks, as she said, in saying, how do we make sure that we can get these things done? That was the force where I was speaking to our chief, where I was able to speak to Deputy Chief Fonno and say, what are we doing about this? How do we make sure that these important things that aren't just important to the Beloved community movement, that aren't just important to these people in this room, they're important really to all of us and to our police department as well. And I can tell you that my advocacy will be there, and my ability as a bridge builder will be there to make sure that we can not only get the changes that we're hoping for today and next year, but that San Jose as a city, this city that I love, that's given me my life here, that San Jose is a leader and continues to be a leader and at the forefront of having a community where we are all seeing each other really as we are, which is one, which is no better than one another, on an equal level, an equal playing field, again, whether we wear a badge or not. And it's an honor again to be here to help in this regard, to be able to be a bridge, and to continue to help all of us push for the change that we need and we want so dearly. Thank you.